Yo, ha Milk never said.
YouTube, what is good? It's your boy Milk never said coming back with the last video, at least for me, in this exact room. This is kind of where it all started, the whole YouTube video. So it's been a blessing and an honor to do every single video, every single cop. It's kind of a lot to me. It's just an unexpected last review. This is the last sneaker review. So for those that didn't know, obviously last week LeBron drops the blessing with the LeBron 8 Graffitis. It was a shock drop that happened unexpectedly. It caught a lot of people off guard because normally those shock drops happen like later on, maybe like at night, especially when it comes to LeBron shoes, which is kind of true. Usually does a shock drop during one of his premier NBA games or whatnot. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But you know what it is, man. LeBron James brought back LeBron Watch. Now, this shoe that I'm about to show you was a limited PE LeBron James 8 series shoe. Let me just bring the box up real quick. Of course, this came from Nike. Shout out to you guys. I didn't think that this was going to get here in time, but Nike, I do appreciate that with the shipment. Let's start off with the box, man. Whew. Just look at this. Look. LeBron James and a lion to symbolize strength. You can see that right there. Of course, on the back, it shows you LeBron V1 because this is LeBron 8's version 1. There was a version 2 difference. I'll get into that real quick once we do the unboxing here. And of course, when you look at the front of the box, size 13. So, you know, you got the red tag and it reads black, white, sport red, LeBron 8. Listen, for those that slept on this shoe, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for trying to go to StockX to look for the pricing of this shoe, which was not there. Get to that in a minute. So let me put this box to the side right here. Let's do this. This is a slide out drawer box. I can tell just by the way. You can also tell right now, it looks like one of your Jordan 11 slide out boxes from like 2 years ago. So I'm going to slide this bad boy out. Oh, and of course, let me just bring the paper out real quick. Man, I'm sorry. I just had to pull these out because just looking at them, but they look amazing. And I'll tell you why. So before we get into the shoe, I want to show you what they have over here. It's like a wax paper, but it has LeBron James holding his arm out, extending it out. That must be the chalk toss that he did in when he was a Cleveland Cavalier. He go, you know, to the whole scoring table, pour it in his hand, and do that thing. Yeah, that's basically what this is. So you can see that right there. That's pretty dope. I like the artwork on that. Let me put this to the side, and let's just get into these LeBron 8 Graffitis. Now, here's the thing. This is not the first time LeBron has done a shoe like this that had the artwork, right? Because back in 2006, if I'm not mistaken, LeBron James had a LeBron 4 that had the New York City graffiti. That shoe, to a lot of people, was a grail. So the same way a lot of us look at the Jordan 11, the Concords as their grail, back then, it was the same way they looked at LeBron 4 graffiti New York City. To my understanding, the graffiti that you see on these shoes, they were designed in a pop-up shop in New York City for the LeBron 4. What they did was they carried that artwork, the colorway, and they moved it to the LeBron James 8 series, which is what you see here today. Now, there was an NBA lockout back in 2011. It didn't last that long. And players were trying to find unique ways to keep themselves conditioned. So LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony basically had an exhibition series, right? You got the Goodman League, you got the Melo League, and LeBron, during that time, during the lockout time, was just throwing out PEs, or he's wearing PEs. The same PEs he probably would have wore during the game or warm-ups because there was no NBA games. He busted them out in the exhibition game. which was cool. But you started to see shoes that you've never seen in the LeBron series before. This being one of them. So you'll see a still picture right here with LeBron James wearing them, going under the air, dunking. That's when he did the whole exhibition. Listen, man, listen. These, I can tell you right now, they're probably dumb limited. And for those that are just wondering, like, how did Nike go about doing this whole LeBron watch thing? This was thought of last year, well into last year, probably around April, I want to say maybe even March. Because when I looked at the production date of these shoes, you'll see it right here. I think it was about April 2020 all the way to like September. So within that time frame, these shoes were produced. So they already thought of this well ahead. Especially, the reason why I'm bringing that up, because the whole PE tournament that we saw on the sneakers app, where people were like, why did the Stewies win? Why did this win? I wouldn't be surprised if Nike even has all those shoes produced to a certain point. Not in a certain amount of quantity, but it wouldn't surprise me if they already have those shoes. Not the one that won, but the rest of those shoes produced, and they'll release that at a certain time. You never know with LeBron watch. And the LeBron 8, man, these things, let's just get down to it, man. You got the translucent bottom, that 360 Air Max unit. I'm going to tell you right now, this cushioning unit that surrounds this is so comfortable. I had a chance to try a LeBron 8 before I decided to do the YouTube thing. I wasn't really in the shoe game, but I remember trying out a LeBron 8, and I just got blown and mesmerized. But anyway, when you look at the upper of the shoe, it has like this translucent overlay that surrounds the artwork that surrounds the shoe. And of course, it does feature Flywire technology on the shell of the shoe, basically the upper of the shoe. It's the same technology that I had on the Kobe 5 Pro Tros, those Bruce Lees that I had. They had that on there as well. And of course, got to have that same line that we just saw on the bottom of the shoe. Okay, like an indication of LeBron and his strength. Man, it's pretty strong. And of course, you got his signature on the back, on the heel with the Nike swoosh. Nike swoosh on the exterior and interior of the shoe. Sock liner is red, but I can tell you right now, when you take these things off, pretty sure it's like a paper, that's what I felt. Little paper insert in there with the cushioning, and you'll probably see a picture of it right here, because I can't get into it, but the cushioning is pretty thick. So this 360 Air Max unit that surrounds it, it was replaced with the Zoom Air. They used to have Zoom Air, I think it was in a 4-foot, and I think it was just the whole Air Max unit in the back. I could be wrong about that, but I know that they changed everything around. This is the first LeBron silhouette that had that 360 Air unit. You can probably see it, maybe you can and cannot see it, but you can see right through the translucent. It's black, but you can see it's translucent. It goes right through, and you can see it all the way around. That cushioning unit is everything on your foot. And on the heel of this shoe, there is added padded cushioning that goes towards your heels. So when you put your foot in there, you're going to feel that cushioning immediately. Oh, man. And of course, on the tongue, it does feature, and of course, you'll see this in better lighting, because when you look at the tongue of the shoe right here, it features that same line that you saw right here, only that when you flash a light on there, it's supposed to illuminate brighter. So you see a clear picture that you can see right here, that still picture of the line that is featured on the tongue. And of course, I think on the back of the tongue, oh, wait a minute. On the back of the tongue, it reads, designed and engineered to the exact specifications, Mr. LeBron James, which you can see right there on the back of the tongue. And of course, you got that LeBron logo towards the toe box. I'm telling you right now, that translucent bottom too. Whew, that little rubber red bottom. That thing is crazy, crazy good. But look, LeBron James 8 Graffitis. I hope a lot of people are on game right now with the sneakers app, because I really do hope that the LeBron 8 South Beach, this one right here, this shoe drops, I'm going to lose my you-know-what. I'm going to lose my you-know-what. That was a shoe when I first saw it. I was like, I got to have that. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but there are rumors that that could be one of the shoes, one of the many shoes that they're going to release this year. You figure this is already January, so you got 11 more shoes that could release. Nobody knows what silhouette, nobody knows the color, It's just, all it is just Nike just listening to everybody talk about it. But, of course, they are doing a real good job keeping things under wraps. And, of course, LeBron James is not going to leak out any information as well. I will say this, though. It is ironic, and let me clear the air with you. I'm a Sixers fan, right? I respect LeBron James on and off the court. What I didn't like, and I don't know if this was media, and I don't know if it was part LeBron's, crew, is the fact that maybe 3 years ago, there was rumor that LeBron James could have been coming to Philly, playing for the Sixers, right? As I'm showing you the shoe. And I got excited. I'm not even gonna lie. I got excited. And unfortunately, LeBron James hopped on the plane and, headed over to LA. We thought, oh, well, maybe he's picking up some movies or something like that. And he's coming back to Philly. And he did this on us, right? So it was like, that kind of hurt. I felt salty. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's Wednesday. It's only feeling that I have the LeBron 8 graffitis, and the Sixers play the Lakers tonight. Just want to put that out there. But what I'm going to do right now is we're going to do the on feet for these bad boys. LeBron 8 graffitis. Put them on feet. But the difference is you're going to see a little dialogue of me explaining how I feel about the shoe in terms of the tightness of the shoe, what I recommend in terms of sizing. It's going to be dope. It is the last video, again, of this room, and I am kind of emotional right now because I'm looking forward to the new room. Got to get the setup going, so I might be offline for a little bit, but I will be back when I can. Your boy Mel never sent LeBron 8 graffitis. Look at these, man. Look at these. This is a classic. This is a classic. This is something that you will not see ever. I mean, ever. Unless LeBron James decides, you know what? I'm going to do LeBron Watch again and re-release all these PEs. I highly doubt that. I really highly doubt that. It's going to be a while before we see these again. So, your boy Mo never said, let's do this on feet. LeBron 8 graffitis on deck. You can't go wrong with black, white, and red. You just can't go wrong with the colorway. The graffiti, listen. If it was 250 pairs, I didn't even bring that up. The LeBron 4 PEs that released the graffiti, the New York City's, not this one, the LeBron 4s, there were 250 pairs made. So how many people think, let me rephrase that question. How many pairs do you think that was released for the LeBron 8 graffitis? Not to say that it's 250. I doubt it's 250. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more than 250, but it definitely was not a lot. Just keep that in mind. Your boy 100%. Let's do the on feed. Signing off for now. The last video in the Magnificent room. Till next time, I'm going to make sure I come back with a banger when I start off in the new room, and then we go from there. You guys, for now, until the on feed, stay blessed. All right, so real quick, let's just look at the shoe. We can see that there is a high degree of cushioning in here. That 360 Air Max unit, whew, beautiful on the foot. And also, from what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling, it is true to size. Stay true to size for this shoe. If you like the extra room, go a half size up. But looking at this, man, you can't go wrong with a LeBron 8. That's all I got to say. So your boy 100%, I'm out. Here's the rest of this video. And you guys, stay blessed.